Yo, what is up? So I enjoy pretty terrible jokes. I mean, honestly, I can't like a lot of the stuff I find funny on Instagram, because if I did and people saw that I was liking the stuff I found funny, I'd probably be having stuff sent to me asking, yo, what the heck is this? Why are you liking this? And I'm making this point because I'm someone who likes pretty questionable stuff, and I'm seeing these videos, and even I'm kind of wondering if this is a little bit too far, if that makes sense. So anyways, the trend I'm gonna be talking about today, which seems pretty innocent, is this trend where you start dancing or something, and then you flip the phone on the person recording you, and then you can see them and it catches them by surprise because they didn't know they were being recorded, and then they get posted to TikTok. Now, honestly, this trend doesn't really sound that bad at first, because if that happened to me, I would think it's kind of funny maybe. If I did it to my friend, or if my friend did it to me, I think it's funny. But the reason this trend's a little weird is mainly, first of all, it's people doing it to complete strangers. I'll show the videos and y'all will see kind of what I mean. So the first video I could find of this was by a guy named Jay Cruddy that I have up here right now. This video has, at the time of me watching this, 237,000 likes, which is quite a bit. So let's just get into this video.
That button you heard Lamar, Glock get bored, reflip Lamar slide. Glitch right before Ari shot, I got shit to leave your body lock. But you don't wanna catch no Ari shot, can't post up, not even parking lots, these micros.
Okay, looking at the guy recording, he looks like he could have a disability off of the way he looks alone. I'm not saying he does, his teeth aren't straight and he's an adult, and I don't think they picked a random person. I think they picked someone that they personally thought looked weird or disabled to them, and they chose this video so they could make fun of him. The craziest thing is, like, in middle school, people would make fun of disabled people behind their backs. It was super messed up, it's not anything anyone's proud of for the most part. But the people in this video look like they're adults and they're still doing this. They're making a video, posting it to make fun of them for all of their fans to see. So I don't know why he feels the need to make fun of someone when this guy is willingly posting super cringe stuff on his account. And no, I'm not just talking about this video that I just watched here. All right, caption: I'm always calm, never showing my hand. His hands are in this picture. I feel like I don't really need to say much about this. It's just like, when you have an account and you're posting stuff like the stuff I'm putting on the screen, I feel like you don't really even have the right to be making fun of random people. Because, maybe that guy looked a little weird to this guy, enough for him to post a random video of him making fun of him. But this guy's willingly posting this stuff on his account, and it's honestly worse. So this trend's kind of evolved, and now there are people doing it in their own schools, which I think is extra too far. Obviously, it was already bad in the first place, but a school is a small community, so if someone has a video where it's just making fun of them, everyone in the school is gonna be like, oh, there's that guy who had the video of him getting made fun of on TikTok. I feel like the people that are making these videos, realistically, are going to become losers later on. I'm genuinely saying that because, I went to high school and I've been out of it for 5 years now. I've seen kind of where people ended up after, and the type of people doing this stuff did not end up well off ever. I'm not saying they ended up in prison or anything, but none of them ended up having good lives. It's kind of crazy seeing people this young kind of going this low to get some views on TikTok. All right, so here's the video of the high schoolers. I just wanted to make that point before showing it, but here it is. It's by someone named 585 Logan.
That button you heard Lamar, Glock get bored, reflip Lamar slide. Glitch.
This girl's not even looking at the camera while recording them. I think that they thought she was weird, which is why they made the video. But who are these kids to talk? This kid's got the most chopped haircut I've ever seen in my life. And the dude on the right is wearing sunglasses indoors, has a horrible haircut, and is fat. It's crazy that they're, so desperate for views that they're willing to do stuff this low instead of actually focusing on maybe stuff they need to fix about themselves first. And these are kids. And to be fair, in high school, this is when people are usually the most ruthless. Maybe junior high is the most, to be honest. But either way, who gave these kids the right to be acting like this? None of these kids are all that where they can be acting like that. And honestly, no one can be acting like that. I think it's ironic that some of these people are making fun of random people for being a little, I guess, weird in their eyes.
That button you heard Lamar, Glock get bored, reflip Lamar slide. Glitch right before Ari shot, I got shit to leave But you don't wanna catch no Irish, I can't post up.
I know the camera on me, I'm not smoking.
Right now I'm reading the comments, like all of them think this is funny. Like they're just making fun of this random guy here. And he knew too, like he's like, I know y'all are recording me. Imagine you're having a lot of trouble making friends and you're a little, I guess, considered one of the weirder people, and these people just come and ask you to record them innocently making some stupid TikTok dance, and next thing you know, you see yourself on TikTok getting made fun of by them. I'm gonna watch one more video just to make the point that I think that first video was the first, and I think it did start a trend of basically just making fun of just complete strangers for no reason, and that it's kind of become a problem. Anyways, let's get into the last video here.
We'll get wild on any block. Go block, keep accept the shot. Just burst your 48 AM chop. Can't pass us back to shit. Kidding it, purge, do it a lot. Just make us outside a slot. At early morning at 9 o'clock in school for breakfast.
And honestly, it's just the same thing. It seems like there's only two versions of this. One where it's in school, and one where it's just some random person in public. I've already said my opinion about these videos and what I think about them. I really just want to push my point further across. There's stuff that everyone laughs at online. Sometimes people, like I remember back when people like Bryce Hall started becoming popular, everyone was making fun of him, making videos about him. And it was honestly kind of sad because he's just a normal kid trying to make videos. But the difference about this is Bryce Hall uploaded the videos of himself doing this cringy stuff. These people in these TikToks aren't choosing to even be recorded. They're not even asking. They're basically just having random people put a phone in their face, record them, and post them. And obviously, I know, no one's directly saying it. They're obviously making fun of them. They're not picking some random person they find on the street. They're finding someone that they think is weird or disabled or something and recording them like this, just for the sole purpose of getting some views. Honestly, the stuff they're uploading is more cringe than the people they're recording. This is one of the first videos I've made where I didn't even try to make a joke in it. I think I was actually just upset seeing this. A lot of things are fine to make fun of, but like these people didn't choose to get uploaded, and this group just started a trend of making fun of people they found weird for the sake of getting views. And the reason I didn't really make any jokes isn't because this topic's too heavy for that. Just whenever you're actually upset about something and you try to make a joke about it, you just kind of come off across as a soy jack. You just sound like you're repressing too much anger doing that. And I just wanted to kind of be honest about how I felt about this. But it really is sad because TikTok and Instagram are a place for people to grow their own content and things. And yeah, sometimes the stuff you upload is cringe. It never should be a place where people will find themselves on there with thousands or I guess even millions of views in a video in a bad light because phone's right in your face. You didn't know you were being recorded. You weren't ready to be recorded. And you just got these people making fun of you for so many people to see. And now it's a trend for that. And I think realistically, nobody should ever have people doing that to them. Obviously, I know there are super messed up trends on there. I've seen pretty heavy topics made fun of, but in my opinion, this is a little worse because this kind of singles an innocent person out. In terms of trends online, obviously there are horrible things that happen, but this is just probably one of the lowest ways I think I've ever seen people go for views. I was gonna say besides OnlyFans, but this is honestly worse than OnlyFans. Anyways, yeah, I just want to talk about this trend. I think it's really sad. Like those people, they were like completely innocent in those videos. Like they didn't know they were being recorded. They looked like they were obviously completely unaware of what was happening. It's really sad in my opinion that there are people that have become so desperate for attention that they're willing to basically give up their morals for views. I guess similar to OnlyFans, but at least in OnlyFans, you're giving up your morals for money. This is just giving up your morals for a meaningless number on TikTok. Hopefully this trend stops and we see some funnier trends on TikTok in the next upcoming weeks, or at least if it's something cringe, it's someone uploading it themselves. Kind of like Paul Too Real, someone I discovered recently. I thought about making a video on him. Whenever people make cringe videos, I want it to be themselves uploading it. Then it'll be funnier to make videos about. Even though this was a less funny video than I would normally attempt to make, at least. I hope y'all did enjoy it. I hope y'all enjoyed my amazing insights on this, and I will see y'all in the next video.